It's not the Fugazi.
Right,
It's
which
the
is going to
Fugato.
help you, NVIDIA says, turn text into music or sound. Take a listen to this.
Fugato is the latest generative AI breakthrough from Nvidia. This new model allows you to create sounds, speech, and music from text and audio inputs. You can guide Fugato to create unexpected sound effects, where familiar sounds take on surprising new qualities and invoke new experiences.
It goes on later, Jim. You can take written music and say, make this sound like an opera singer, scatting, jazz.
We did, yeah, it really is pretty amazing because this is all about what Jensen Huang, the CEO.
And that was his voice, by the way. He's voicing that. I believe that was him.
Well, he wants very much to demonstrate that this is a creative product, not unlike what you can do with an Adobe, the Canva, so to speak. And I think that Jensen...
I don't understand. They make chips. How are they offering this product? They're getting into the consumer market?
Because it's a software stack. That's why all these people who keep saying
and I get it.
that it's going to run out, it's a software company.
I understand
It's
that.
not, I mean, and think about all the iterations of software. That's what it is.
This is a consumer product. Like, how are they getting... I don't know. They're not a consumer company.
No, not at all. But you can go to Dell. You go to Michael Dell. You can get this put on. I mean, if you're...
You can get Fugato.
Look up yeah, you can get Fugato. I mean, if I were Disney, I'd get Fugato.
Oh, my gosh. It reminds me of what Affleck told you about the effects business.
Yes.
What must they be saying at Skywalker Sound today?
I mean, well, David Ellison, listen, we don't really know the strategy, so to speak, at Paramount when he takes over, but you've got to believe a lot of it will involve this. In other words, using AI in effective ways. Now, Affleck will tell you can't replace people and the creative process, but
and Benioff said that
you certainly can create replace many different things in the actual process of movie making that will make it more efficient.
Well, I think Jensen's about making everybody be able to be creative. Just like Shantanu Narayan from Adobe. You get that, and we can have people who are sitting around trying to become the next Sondheim, and bingo. I mean, Sondheim was unbelievable.
The Adobe analog makes perfect sense. Why then is NVIDIA down 3 since the election and S&P's up 3?
Well, NVIDIA had a lot of hot money in it, and NVIDIA goes down when they report the quarter because there's a lot of people who really, they're in it for the quarter because they had that May quarter last year where the stock had one of the biggest advances in history. And they keep thinking that if they play NVIDIA, it's going to happen again. And my advice to them is stop playing. Be serious investors. Don't trade NVIDIA and figure out what NVIDIA does besides being my late dog.
Prepare to have your minds blown by an electrifying revelation in the stock market arena. Nvidia, a colossus in the field of artificial intelligence semiconductors, is making waves with its seemingly insurmountable market dominance. Jim Cramer, the dynamic host of CNBC's Mad Money, recently lauded the tech behemoth, insisting that despite others' attempts at challenging Nvidia's supremacy, they continue to fall short. Known for its cutting-edge GPU technologies and powerful AI chipsets, Nvidia stands at the forefront of innovation, consistently pushing the boundaries of what's possible. With notable giants like Alphabet and Tesla partnering up, Nvidia is not just setting trends, it's defining the future. This collaboration highlights Nvidia's pivotal role in transforming industries through AI, enhancing everything from autonomous driving to groundbreaking AI-powered services. Intrigued? You're not the only one. Enthusiasts, investors, and tech aficionados alike are drawn to the unfolding narrative of Nvidia's relentless ascent. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
Should they be in the software stack or the chip stack?
They just need to know that it is a software company. It is a software company, and that's what's so great about it, and that's why it's not going to run out. And by the way, Amazon, can we just, if I have to read one more story about Amazon doing a NVIDIA killer, ask Andy Jassy, particularly during that Friday game. They're not. They're trying to make enough chips because Jensen says, I can't. I wish I could make more chips for you. I'm so sorry. But Zuckerberg gets them, and we get AI, and we Indonesia.
Musk got some XAI.
Yeah, so they don't have enough. So what's Amazon supposed to do? Just sit around and say, you know what, we're screwed?
So your point is they're not really creating a competitive chip to NVIDIA.
Yes, and Amazon has yet to endorse the AMD AI chip. When you see that, then I might say that there's a bit
Now,
of
do you
competition.
think, Jim, that there's any weakness in NVIDIA as a result of this, I discussed yesterday, the deceleration in the rate of improvement for these foundation models, they're pre-training?
No, absolutely not, because it's all about any one of what video is going to be. And video is, these people are not understanding video. I mean, the idea that you can go and look at every single picture ever and then decide how to pitch a perfect game and look, your son's a pitcher, that's why I mentioned. Or a quarterback. Your son's like everything. He's a quarterback.
He's nothing anymore. He's a working man now. That's all he is.
Don't ever say your son's nothing.
No, we're on TV. You know what I mean. He's no longer.
But he's scarred by that.
He's no longer participating in organized athletics for his college teams. Yes, so he's done with that.
Okay, but I'm just saying that NVIDIA is not the company people think. NVIDIA is about trying to figure out, as Jensen did with this, how to do video, how to think beyond what we currently think. And it can go down. It's up a lot.
As she delved deeper into the revelations surrounding Nvidia, Sarah, the astute market analyst, found herself nodding along with Jim Cramer's commemorations. After all, the facts were speaking louder than words, painting a picture of a company not just ready to lead, but to revolutionize. Nvidia had achieved an eye-popping $35.1 billion in revenue for the third quarter, a 94% increase from the previous year, a testament to its aggressive growth strategy fueled by a surge in demand for AI solutions. Even more impressive was their data center revenue, a whopping $30.8 billion, underscoring Nvidia's indispensable role in AI infrastructure, as companies worldwide seek to leverage AI capabilities to gain a competitive edge. It's as if Nvidia decided to swap its stock price for a rocket, blasting off by over 181% in value, starkly outpacing other tech titans like Apple and Microsoft. And who knew? According to Jensen Huang, the company's bold CEO, the investment yield is staggering. Customers rake in $5 for every dollar spent on Nvidia's chips. This remarkable ROI solidifies Nvidia's chips as essential tools in the modern technological toolkit, validating its reputation as an industry innovator. A stock market joke circulating with traders goes like this: why did the chip cross the road? To get into an Nvidia board and multiply its value eightfold. What everyone initially thought was just humor is turning out to be a fiscal truth, as Wedbush analyst Dan Ives foresees a multiplier effect propelling the Nasdaq to an astounding 25,000, signaling a potential seismic shift in tech valuations. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market. So click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
Jensen Huang, because of Taiwan Semi. So we get this kind of moment where it's possible that there might be some talk between, say, Jensen and someone at the White House. Now, they did not talk with Biden. Biden did not talk to the semiconductor people. That was left to Gina Raimondo, who's Commerce Secretary. So, I mean, look, I'm not. The reason why NVIDIA is flying isn't necessarily that it's going to be China. This is this amazing Masasan deal in Japan.
Although we mentioned yesterday this move from semis to software, and the JP Morgan long software, short semi basket's up 20% in a month.
Well, you got ServiceNow, you got Salesforce, you had Atlassian. David, there's been this move for enterprise software, which was so hated.
But I don't know what to make of it, but we're continuing to get these reports about a slowdown in the progress of generative AI, and I'm sure you've seen it. It's not just ChatGPT, now Anthropic as well reports that the next model is not nearly as powerful as they thought it would be versus the last model.
What's that based on? Have you spent a lot of time with Jensen like I have?
Well, this morning it's a 4 byline piece in Bloomberg.
Thank you.
3 of the leading AI companies are now seeing diminishing returns from their costly efforts to build newer models.
Okay, so they're about to get video. The guy who's the front runner is Mark Zuckerberg. His ads, I don't know if you've seen it. I mean, he is crushing it using the latest and greatest. These are people who basically would like to see prices lower. It's bargaining. It's the art of the deal.
Right.
It's the art of the deal.
There's the story that Carl's referencing.
They all love.
This may be a short time, a short term snafu of some kind on
Have you
the
looked at
longer
Meta AI?
trajectory, or maybe it means something.
What, you've looked at Meta AI? Meta AI is going to be the largest by the end of the year.
With Llama? You mean their large language model?
Yes, and
that's
I
open
find
sourced?
that I've been going to Meta for anything that is remotely cultural. Like when I hear that there's like these, like Live Nation.
Yeah.
They have like a list of people who's coming to Brooklyn, the Paramount in Brooklyn. I Meta AI all of them.
You get up to the minute information there on that?
Depends if it's not finished.
Because ChatGPT 4.0, which I was paying for, it's October of 23.
Well, I
and
mean,
anything past then, you're out of luck.
I asked them to summarize a call last night because I didn't want to read it.
Yeah.
It said the call hadn't happened yet, so that's suboptimal.
Yeah, I have not incorporated it into my workflow the way many people have, but that's on me.
This can download Moby Dick in less than a second.
I know. I remember when Jensen said that to you.
Call me Ishmael, partner.
I remember when Jensen said that to you.
Well, because he said it to me doesn't count. We have to look on these other stories.
Of course it
Maybe
counts.
Reuters says it's Tinker Toy. Remember what Jensen told me? He said, listen, it's like 5th grade, it's going to go 8th grade, and then it's going to be high school, and then David... Forget it. It's getting an advanced degree that you didn't go for.
Yet, NVIDIA's journey is not just about chips and numbers. It's a tale of collaboration and innovation. By partnering with Alphabet's Google Quantum AI and industry leader Tesla on robotics advancements, NVIDIA is crafting more than semiconductors. It's shaping the future and paving the way for new tech ecosystems. These partnerships demonstrate how NVIDIA is positioning itself at the intersection of AI, quantum computing, and robotics, fields that promise to redefine our technological landscape. Even for those looking at the horizon, the company's sights are set on a fourth-quarter revenue projection of $37.5 billion, driven by robust ties with major clients like Oracle, further consolidating its leadership in AI-driven business solutions. Not surprisingly, a Benzinga poll captured the bullish spirit of investors, with nearly half affirming NVIDIA's future reign among the Magnificent Seven by 2025. The survey reflects growing confidence in NVIDIA's ability to maintain its growth trajectory through diversification and continuous innovation. However, like any gripping narrative, there's always a warning sign or two. Analysts, including Mizuho's Jordan Klein, have pointed out potential hiccups, notably thermal challenges with new chip systems, which could impact product performance and investor sentiment. Advising a cautious eye on possible short-term volatility, these experts underscore the importance of strategic risk management in navigating NVIDIA's ambitious expansion. Yet, for ardent believers, this part of the story merely represents a thrilling twist in NVIDIA's continuing saga, as uncertainties often fuel new rounds of creative problem-solving, laying the groundwork for even greater achievements. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
When he talked last night with you for this talk, he's talking about the idea of a digital AI and then also a physical AI. And the physical AI is really interesting because what Jensen is saying that they have the best chance at developing robotics. Now, why this is interesting is there a man with 6 jobs who just got a 7th Doge who
Elon Musk, yes,
wants to do robots, but this seems to say that Japan's got the lead in robots. But you could just argue everybody's got something cooking.
We know about Japan's demographic issues, probably worse than our own.
Yeah, and they need robots in order to be able to make their country hum. I think that robots may be the solution. David will like this. I'm just going to provoke him. If there are, let's say a more aggressive policy in terms of shutting down immigrants under, say, the next president,
yes,
they need these robots.
Well, there is going to be a more aggressive policy. We don't know how aggressive it's going to be in terms of the deportations. We have to see, and that could eliminate jobs that are being done now. To your point, I don't know if the robots are yet ready to replace people who are putting roofs on homes or
which also
doing agricultural jobs.
As Jensen told me, anything they can do physical. Anything we can do physical, they can do better.
Doesn't it make you wonder what kind of weaker job prints the president-elect is willing to tolerate?
Oh, boy, that is
someone
really
who's as market-focused as we believe is?
That's very interesting. I don't think he's sitting here thinking if the 10-year goes lower in yield, the market will go up. I think he's just thinking about productivity.
Right.
And the productivity from robots is incredible. And David's quite wrong. The robots, according to Jensen, will be able to do things that will shock you, and dangerous things. That's because the advancement of these, like, unlike what these crybabies are talking about in terms of how slow the advancement is with it.
You mean beyond factory manufacturing, kind of what, physical labor? What are you talking about?
I think that almost all physical labor could be done by robots in 10 years.
In how many years?
10 years.
10 years. Okay.
That is going to have huge ramifications on the working class.
When Jensen told me that they can do anything, I couldn't. What are you going to say to him? Hey, you're dead wrong,
I was
partner.
promised an autonomous vehicle
4 years ago.
Yeah, and I sat here stupidly talking about 2020. We'll all be driving around.
Well, if I read one more thing about how the quid pro quo is that Doge comes in there and gets $2 billion out, and in return,
$2 trillion.
we get AI.
$2 billion. $2 billion should be easy.
$2 billion. You can do that with you can write a check for that.
Yeah.
But there are many stories which just say, look, this is now that he's close to the president, he's going to get AI, and he's going to be able to do self-drive.
As the curtain draws on this riveting exhibition of raw potential and boundless growth, one question lingers. Could this be the moment for savvy investors to seize the opportunity? Nvidia's robust current standing, paired with its innovative ventures and strategic partnerships, casts a bright spotlight on its potential future glory. With stock prices skyrocketing and forecasts signaling further gains, investors are keenly watching every move of this industry titan. The market buzz reflects an optimism that Nvidia will surmount any forthcoming challenges, driven by its relentless pursuit of redefining technology through AI and beyond. Whether it's doubling down or cautiously towing the line, Nvidia presents a compelling narrative too hard to ignore. Tell us, where do you stand in this enthralling saga? Are you ready to ride the Nvidia wave? Or do you foresee a different chapter unfolding in the world of AI technology? Either way, the journey ahead promises to be filled with unprecedented twists, innovations, and opportunities waiting to be seized. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen.